Alright, so to begin with, our first session is going to be about a brief introduction to artificial intelligence, right? Because I'm pretty sure that in our daily lives we have heard this term over and over again, maybe on television, magazines, movies, quite a lot, right? But do we have a clarity on what exactly AI is? And that is really important because as we go down further in this course of ours, we are going to talk about some concepts related to AI. But if there is no clarity on what exactly AI is and what is the objective behind this whole area, then it's going to be really difficult for us to understand what are we trying to do as a discipline. So in order to understand AI, we first need to talk about human intelligence. So what is intelligence? We talk about it again on a daily basis, or maybe we have heard this term quite a lot, but do we actually comprehend what intelligence is? So basically, in the simplest of terms, intelligence is the capability of any human to understand things, right? How quickly or how slowly are you able to comprehend things depends on our intelligence. But it needs to be made clear that intelligence has not much to do with memorization skills, right? That's an entirely different skill. It's very possible that a person who is not that intelligent might have very good memorization skills. And that is why, if you see, the scale of intelligence quotient never really talks about memorization, right? It talks about problem solving skills, analytics, right? It talks about how easily we are able to comprehend things, or does it take us longer to solve problems. Now, artificial intelligence has been drawn from this concept of human intelligence. And the field, when it started way back in the 1940s or the 50s, the primary objective of artificial intelligence was to simulate human intelligence as part of machines. Should be simple enough. Well, it turns out it's not, because it's been almost 6 decades now since the field has been in existence, and we have not been actually able to achieve what we thought we should have by the year, say, 2020. And there are a few reasons for that. We'll talk about them as we go on further down. But the primary reason is this: because a machine is actually built by humans, right? So it does not have the biological capabilities which a human mind contains. End of the day, it's a lot of hardware, it's a lot of semiconductors, a lot of software involved as well. But what we possess as humans is something which has not been built by humans. So it has been really difficult for machines to actually, replicate a lot of the things which we humans are able to do. Now, as I just said, we hear a lot about AI in machines. These two images from two very blockbuster movies out there. On the left is the iRobot featuring Will Smith. On the right, you can see Arnold Schwarzenegger in one of the Terminator movies. Now, the problem is this: AI has been portrayed in such a way in movies that it might be robotic Armageddon, and machines might take over humans, and they can do everything and anything above what a person or a human can do. Well, we are far off, this situation right now. Because if we could have ever reached this situation, this would be a super AI, or a subconscious AI system. And trust me on this, we are years, decades away from this kind of technology. So everything you see on television or movies is far from reality when it comes to AI. Again, we have seen this kind of technology showcased where a robot can take over so many things, he can control the internet, etc., etc. But something very interesting happened, a couple of years back. So the text which you see on your screen right now is a conversation between two AI systems, right? Bob and Alice. Now, this is actually not fiction. This was reality, where Facebook actually created these AI systems, and they wanted them to converse with each other in English. Okay. But what happened is that the robots kind of figured out, or the AI systems kind of figured out, that they are not getting any kind of rewards for speaking in English. So what happened? They devised their own language. and obviously that had the developers in a bit of a, a bit of a turmoil that, oh, what is going on here, and they actually shut down the system. So there is potential for AI systems, and there's also potential for things to get out of hand. But once again, what I'm trying to tell you is that we are still in those nascent stages, still in those early stages of AI systems, even after 5 or 6 decades of research, and it's going to take quite some time to actually get there, where AI systems are able to actually replicate human intelligence. So what are we going to cover in this course, right? That's what we are here for. Basically, we're going to start by defining artificial intelligence, right? In this short video, we've just spoken about the introduction of AI. Next, we're going to talk about the relevance of data in AI. So important, if there's no data, there's no AI, no ML, no deep learning, no deep mining, etc. So you'll understand how important data is as well. We're going to also talk about a brief history of artificial intelligence, how it actually started, who were the fathers of AI, how did the concept come into practicality, etc., etc. Next, we're going to talk about the machine intelligence continuum. Now, once again, it's a very intriguing topic, provided by one of the practitioners of AI, but really, really important because you can actually classify most of the AI systems in one of the 7 intelligence continuums. We are also going to talk about applications of artificial intelligence and how they can be leveraged, even further than what we are doing right now. We'll also talk about the related concepts to AI. So basically, deep mining, deep learning, neural networks, etc. Obviously, we won't go into the details of all these, but I'll give you a brief overview of what these entail. And finally, to close our course, we are going to talk about primer to machine learning, basically a brief introduction to machine learning, how does the concept work, and we're going to do a small machine learning activity which you can do alongside me as well, and it will help you grasp the concept even better. And if you like what you're seeing, you can always comment in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to float another course on practical machine learning, and we could do a few more exercises there as well, right? Well, that's all for this video, and I'm sure that you're excited to see what's coming next, as excited as I was recording these sessions. So hoping to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.